There's good news for Cruz. I'm John Phillips, and this is Pole Position. A whole new slew of new presidential polls out shows that voters are reshuffling the deck. Ben Carson is falling as Ted Cruz is rising. Let's go ahead and take a look at the numbers. A Fox News poll shows Trump with a strong lead of 28%. Ben Carson, who had been closing in on the top slot, has dropped off to 18%. Tied for third place at 14% are Marco Rubio and Ted Cruz, the two Cubanos, who's come up significantly. Jeb Bush gets a meager 5%, and everybody else is below that, including Carly Fiorina, who, after a lot of buzz after the first couple of debates, is going nowhere fast. An ABC News Washington Post poll again shows Trump on top with a whopping 32%. Carson trails him by 10 points, but still comes in second with 22%. Rubio's third with 11%. Ted Cruz is fourth with 8%. Jeb exclamation point gets 6%. Everyone else comes in at 4% or under. An NBC News poll has some exciting numbers for Cruz. Trump is still first with 28%, but Cruz leapfrogs Marco Rubio to tie Ben Carson for second place with 18% each. Rubio comes in fourth with 11%. Jeb Bush gets a sad 4%. Everybody else gets an even sadder 3% or less. A Quinnipiac College poll in Iowa has even better news for the Texas senator. Trump gets 25% in that crucial state, but Cruz, very popular with evangelical Christians, is closing in with 23%. Ben Carson takes third with 18%. Marco Rubio fourth with 13%. Rand Paul gets 5%. Jeb gets 4%. Everyone else is 3% or under. Here's what we're looking at. We're looking at a top 3 or 4 of Trump, Carson, Cruz, and Rubio. Carson, as I mentioned, is on the decline, and his shaky answers to questions about foreign policy have a lot of his supporters wondering whether or not he'd be able to go the distance, whether or not he'd be able to beat Hillary Clinton and handle those issues if he was actually the guy in charge in the White House. What I see happening here is a potential three-man race where you have Donald Trump, Ted Cruz, and Marco Rubio. Marco Rubio was the guy that was going to try to bridge the Tea Party and the establishment wings of the Republican Party and be the guy that could fulfill both of those needs. Donald Trump, of course, came out of nowhere as the populist, and Ted Cruz was the Tea Party guy who was running to try to get the Tea Party Republicans and the evangelical Republicans together to provide some sort of winning coalition. How it's going to shake out, nobody knows. But as of right now, I believe those are the three guys with the best chance of winning the Republican nomination. Now, that being said, the deck could be shuffled again. We could have some candidate that's polling under 3% that suddenly has a breakthrough performance in one of the debates. We have one coming up in Las Vegas not too far from now. Or maybe there's an issue that's right in their wheelhouse that becomes the issue in the presidential campaign, and they're able to ride that into the top 3. But as of now, those are the 3 candidates I'd be looking at. Of course, the voting hasn't started yet. We'll do that in Iowa and then on in New Hampshire for the first primary. That's the position of the polls, but now it's time to make your opinion known. Is Cruz going to keep rising, or is he just a flash in the pan? Tell us your thoughts in the comment section below. I'm John Phillips for Pole Position. Thanks so much for watching.